was the start of a new awakening in India. And Ramakrishna Paramhans was born in 1836. And it will take 175 years for India to transform and have the confidence to stand erect alone. So you have to wait till 2011, which is 175, but after 1836. So I was saying, okay, 2011, who has thought of that? I don't know whether I'll be alive or not, or I'll be, in what stage. But then I met Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Atal Bihari Vajpayee told me, you don't have to wait. The time is now. So I said, but Sudarshan was saying 2011. He said, 2011, nothing happens in one day. 2011 magic will happen. You start now. And it was in year 2000, with this blessing, we did the Millennium Summit in United Nations for spiritual leaders. And we brought 108 spiritual religious leaders to find a solution of the world. Because when Millennium was coming, people were looking what is new. And Atalji came as Prime Minister there. And he told me, I'm coming there to take the blessing of the Indian gurus who have gone to US. So there was a program being arranged. And naturally he was the Prime Minister of India. So the BJP had there said, look, we have to make a big stage for Atalji. And the spiritual leader can be under that stage. So I was responsible for this spiritual leader. I said, no, spiritual leader should be above the Prime Minister. The Indian Prime Minister is not a normal Prime Minister. So it should be a spiritual leader at a higher stage and Prime Minister at the lower stage. There was a difference of opinion among the local BJP leaders, but it was my show, so we built it like that. And it was at that time that Mr. Narendra Modi, who is the present Prime Minister, was the General Secretary of BJP. He said to me, Dr. Modi, don't worry, forget this local BJP. You please make me in charge. I will make sure that this program is done the way you are saying. So a lot of people are worried whether Atalji will mind it, not mind it, because there were two views. But when Atalji came, he asked me, who made this arrangement? I'm sitting there, there's another stage where all the spiritual leaders are there. I said, I did it, but it was Narendra Modi who from BJP accepted it. I think that was the day that Atalji became fan of Narendra Modi. And it was that friendship which continued for him becoming the Chief Minister. Later on there was some difference, but that's a different story which is there. But coming back, because I want to remember Atalji like that, and when I wrote my book, India and Hinduism, he was the one who guided me and said, I was not very clear whether I should put India as a global leader or not. This was in 2001. He said, no, go ahead. I will endorse it. And he did endorse it. And I remember him now, because we are having this seminar now on the same subject, which was in that book in 2001. Some of the copies are available here. So India, what is the difference of India's global leadership? That's very important to understand. Why should people, Middle East, other countries, know that again this will be a fight? Again, these leaders will exploit us. And that's where the Indian philosophy comes in action. That's where what Ram and they were talking about, that India is not a nation, it is a philosophy. That's very important to understand. It is a philosophy which is created over the years by Buddha, Adi Shankaracharya, Swami Vivekananda, who was the disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhans. And he said that conquer the world, Vivekananda, the world's world, conquer the world with Indian spirituality and philosophy. Go and conquer the world with Indian spirituality and philosophy. And for that, do or die. He didn't leave any gap. He said, this has to happen. Because if India does not lead the world has no future. Sooner or later, we'll have atomic war. Sooner or later, we have nuclear explosions. Sooner or later, the egos will come in clash. And the whole humanity is at risk under these two other countries' leadership. If we go to a tripolar world, then the people have the chance. Because then there is a country who will stand in between. This is destruction, this is non-violence, this is inequality. And that's where India will win. But why India? India is only 1/6 of the world population. But it has 1/4 of the world youth population, of people below 25. India's youth today, and this is girls and boys both, men and women both, are educated. They are global citizens. They are aware of the world. They are digital. They don't want corruption. They are the base of new world. They are the base for new India. And it is these people, the youth of tomorrow, which is both men and women, are going to lead the world. And they are not people who can be bound up. They are the fearless kind. Because these people have never seen domination. They have never seen violence to that extent, which is the other people like our generations have seen. So these youth who is powerful, intelligent, is going to change the world. And India is the largest population of this youth. But for that, people who are global Indians have a greater role to play. And we have to be believing in us and our youth, though whichever country we live. I live in Singapore, a lot of you live in London, and all of us are citizens of different countries. That's why the first thing we have to talk is beyond citizenship. When I became a citizen of Singapore, 3 months before I started this Global Citizen Forum and invited the Singapore government people. And I said my alliance to Singapore is after being a global citizen. From Indian citizen, it's very difficult to be me to become Singapore citizen. But for Indian citizen, if I become global citizen, then I can become any country citizen. It doesn't matter. Because I'm a global citizen. And so is most of you. And that's why as global citizens, we have the right to save this world. And we have the right to bring other people of different nationalities together with us. We have to be in this movement. Already we have in Global Citizen Forum more than 1.5 million people as members. We have a daily newsletters. And we are focusing in bringing news to the people of these 2-3 nations. This the world should be worried about, India, China and US. Other nations, let's not worry, because they are worried themselves. So we must help them. But these 3 countries are the ones we should watch. These 3 countries we should check. These 3 countries we should make sure that they do not use their power or misuse their power. And I say this for all the 3 countries, because power corrupts, as they say. And as such, everybody needs to be watched. And if we do that, then I'm sure we are moving towards a new world. And India is very important to make India a global leader. Because otherwise we are going to be in a bipolar world. We are going to be in a Cold War. Each one of us has to choose, either go to China or go to US. There is no third choice. If you choose India, you're choosing yourself. So if Iran chooses India, Iran is choosing itself. If Singapore is choosing India, they are choosing themselves. If UK choose India, they are choosing themselves. This video was talking that UK can only grow because they are friends of US, not by themselves. But if they choose India, they are choosing themselves. And that's what people want. We have so many cultures, we don't want to destroy any of them. We have so many countries. But no country is bigger than the whole. The part cannot be bigger than the whole. The whole universe is one, and these countries are part of it. When the war happens, when the destruction happens, when the violence happens, is end up in the world war. And the third world war, as they say, will be totally destroying the world. And today, why nuclear options are not being used is that so many people have nuclear weapons. So at that time only America had, so they could use it. Now how can they use it? What North Korea is saying, if you use it, I also have nuclear weapon 24 years. So nobody can use nuclear weapons because there's a balance. So the balance is what makes a difference. So I think I don't want to go into too much detail because other speakers have spoken. I just want to appeal to all of you, choose yourself, choose your country, choose India as a global leader. And that's where each country will be safe. Each country and we can all live in a happy humanity world, can create a happy world for not only us, for our coming generation. So that's my words to you, and I want to make sure that Global Citizen Forum will work with you and will work with all nations towards creating this world. Thank you very much.
We're not done yet, Dr. M. And I don't care if brother is watching, but one thing we must seek really is, besides freedom from terrorism and extremism and corruption, we're also from freedom from paranoia. Coming from the free world, I would like to ask you a few questions. If you have any questions from Dr. M, you're most welcome to ask them. Yes, Rabi Abba.
I just want to ask you, you said something so beautiful about global citizens and globalizations, like be any citizen of any part of the world or anything. It's so beautiful because this was giving me a comparison to birds. They go and sit anywhere, they fly anywhere, no questions asked, no passports or anything. They sit and eat in temples and churches and mosques. And there is no sects and discriminations. So while we are also creatures of God, why are we not treated that way? And you also said something so beautiful about Hinduism, that I have also read many Shastras and I read Puranas, and I am very fascinated with that. And I find myself so much in oneness when I read all that. And I think that that philosophy of Hinduism should be globalized and should be taught in every school as a proper subject. And that is the knowledge, I think, that will embed into people's mind, which will make them feel one, and the feeling of one God. So don't you think, Dr. M, that, last, don't you think that it should start from India?
I think it has to start with the whole world. As I said, India should be also watched. Because India, as its global leader, they can also, as I said, power corrupts. And India should also be watched because it has a history and there's a hope in it. But the key is, past is past. We all talk of past. That's why I want to talk of future. Present and future is what we should talk. Naturally, we should learn from the past, but we should not keep talking of the past. And that's why we all have our responsibility. And we as global citizens do not differentiate between the countries. Though I'm from India, I don't think India alone can do anything. It is a joint leadership which can happen, and that's why G-OD was the right word which was used. But as a woman who are going to be change agents, so today the future change agents of the world is women and youth. Because women and youth has been over the years
So,
not played their role which they should play.
so the woman has asked a question, and now let's give the mic to a young leader here.
Good evening to everyone. We really enjoyed your speech. I just have a clarification perhaps. I just want to know, ideally in the future, like you said, what kind of role do you see me and my peers playing?
I think, as I said, first is have confidence in yourself, and which you must be doing, I'm sure, that do what you think is right. Parents are there, everybody has parents. And the gurus are also there. But ultimately, it's for yourself that you should have the confidence. Because as I said, if you believe God is also in you and in everybody, that you are also empowered. And all these great leaders achieved their leadership at a very young age. You know how much Swami Vivekananda lived. Adi Shankaracharya, Jagat Guru, died at the age of 32. So, youth does not make you think that the elders know better. You know what is best. And I think today's youth do not have to worry what other people say. They should think, and you are in the internet age, all your questions are answered through Google. So where are you looking for answers from? You don't need to look here and there. You have to look with yourself. And I do tell youth everywhere I go that you are a human being like anybody else. And the age should not be your negativity. The age should be your positive. Your age on your side. You are going to see this 2050. A lot of people here may not see that 2050. So they are not even thinking 2050. They say, oh my God, who thinks 2050? I may not be there.
Yeah.
They are talking of next few years. But when you talk about strategy, when you talk of long term, it is the youth who can think of it. So I am a great believer in youth, and especially the women. Because this generation, women, are changing. Because most of the religions have not been good for the women, including the Hindu religion. Because they have respected mothers, they have respected sisters. What about our daughters? In Hinduism, for many, many years, till 2006, the girls do not have the right of marriage. I also have a daughter and son. So my daughter was one of the first daughters in our family, a lot of business families, who claim her heritage equal to her brother and got it. So it's not that any religion has been kind to women and youth. So let's not overplay any religion. Today we are living in a new world. It's an information age.
You can give them your 30 years plan. Your own personal 30 years plan.
Govind, as I said, I know him for 40 years. So he has got one thing which I tell him, but he never believes me. Is what I call, in today's age, we are in a technological age. So I believe in what we call smart living. Now, smart living I define as happy, healthy, wealthy, beyond 100. So when I'm 70 now, I will be 70 this year in January. So when he talk of 30 years plan, he's talking that this guy is going to live beyond 100. And he is not going to believe in it. But I do believe in myself. Because the technology allows you to do that. So I got a new technology which I saw, which I practiced myself in 2014. When on one side we are having Narendra Modi winning, so I said I must get ready for next 30 years. Because this 2050 I want to see. So I went and took stem cells. And that has greatly helped me in terms of becoming active again. So I think I see in Mr. Gopi Hinduja a little bit jealousy. Because he's also, elder to me. He's not planning 30 years. He's just planning 5 to 10 years. 5 years. 15. So, but I think all of you can live beyond 100. This is something which technology is doing. And as they say, the new, the 100 is now 60, the new 60. This is what is being talked about. And I think we all want to see this new situation where India emerges as a global leader. I want to see. And that's why I would love to be alive when this 2050 happens. And I hope a lot of you are also alive. Because you will be as intelligent, as rich, doesn't matter. Once you are dead, you are dead. So I think the first thing is health. And that's why yoga, as being said, has become a world phenomenon. If one thing which is changing the world, which India has to offer, is yoga. Today, yoga has become something which people are absorbing without religion, nationality, and gender. It is the real global change which is happening. It's beyond religion. Because health is beyond religion. So whatever religion you are, you all want to be happy. So any religious leader you may see, you want to be happy. So I think yoga is the biggest contribution. We did some survey and we said, what is the biggest contribution of New India? And 60% people said yoga. Not development, not this, but yoga. Because health is something which we all desire. Whether you are man or woman, it doesn't matter. But we also want to be happy and hopefully wealthy. We don't want to have a situation where we are dependent on our children. So we want to be working till the age of 100. So that's what Gopi Hindujas were wanting me to say. But
I am going to issue
let me Gopi. Let me go. Just 1 minute. I'll give you the mic. Because I think Gopi Hinduja now, he was telling me in the morning also that this son has so much billion, so this was so his all family members, he's a big family, all are billionaires in their own rights, not just one member. So this is a family in London, and they have done well. They are very family. It's the biggest family though in the business community. Every family has broken. This is one family which is not broken. At least from living in London, and he every day goes to the temple. I don't know what he does there, but he's every day there, and he's so I think I will give him mic, but on one condition, that he does not speak more than 3 minutes. Because he has a habit of speaking long. But just, you have to wait for another 2 minutes. So, Asya, are we done there?
Yes.
Okay. So I think, thank you very much. And I will like to invite Gopi Hinduja here. And he can give you the perspective as a global Indian, living in this wonderful city, which he started admiring more than India. But I remind him that don't fall for it, because long term, his mind is on money. India is going to be the global leader. So focus on India. Don't only focus on UK. Put your eggs in the right basket. So Gopi, the stage is yours.
So Dr. M is striking a hard bargain there. So has he managed to convert you, Mr. Hinduja?
Let's see. I am going to be very brief, friends. You have heard long speeches from philosophers, from academians, from entrepreneurs. You see, today's event is, in my opinion, threefolded. One, to celebrate our Independence Day. The independence is a great victory for India, which each and every Indian will always remember. Real independence is also that we should have ease to do business in our country. There should be reforms, and there should be a proper transformation. I know it will take time because the culture has to be changed. The British left the bureaucracy with us, and Indians were talented and they perfected the bureaucracy. So unless this red tapeism goes away, unless this red tapeism goes away, it becomes very difficult for any leader. Mr. Modi has the best of the objectives and targets and goals for the country. But it has become difficult to transform them into the implementation. But eventually it's going to happen. So the real independence, we got it, we came out from slavery, we have proved ourselves, and now we have to see how everyone really enjoys living there. And Mr. Modi and others were talking about global leader. In my view, the tradition and the culture of India of having tolerance, being friendly with everyone, India has never gone on war with anyone. India has always tried to tolerate and maintain the best of the relation with all the countries, whether they were enemies or they were friends. So that is the type of country which can really become the leader, global leader. Today what we are watching US, what is happening? The globalization is being killed into protectionism. I don't mind. That can be done. You think of your own country, but it doesn't mean at the cost of other countries. We have to make sure that our neighbor countries, our other countries, they all of them should prosper, should have good health, should have good living. And if you start thinking only of your own country, that is not reality and cannot survive long. US has always been almighty. Why? Because they survived with democracy. They tried to see other countries also. No doubt the Cold Wars were there, the internal politics keeps on going. But my message to the politicians will be that think of the world and don't think only of your own country. Our second purpose here was the global leader. I gave you the answer of the global leader also. And the third one, which transpired only this afternoon, was the tragic death of Mr. Vajpayee. He has been a family friend of Hindujas for the last 40 years. We did a lot together. Some can be spoken, some cannot be spoken, but he is a real architect of BJP, and because of him, BJP came in power. Because I found him to be very practical, he was very humble, he was down to earth, he believed in all religions. For him, dharma was to work. My late father always believed in one thing, and one of the principles is, my dharma is to work. Now, people misunderstand Hinduism. Hinduism is not a religion. It is a way of living, our tradition, our culture. And that type of tradition and culture is the one can really lead and become the global leader. Even today, forget 2050, forget PwC. Believe me, the experience what I have in my life of business, we are in 48 countries of the world with 150,000 employees. We try to adopt culture of each and every country. But if India had ease to do business, and the reforms were in place, and they would give a free hand. The talented Indians can even make the economy #1 in the world even today. Friends, these were the 3 things for which we were here. But going back to the 4th point, that is Dr. M. He has been a family friend for last 40 years. We like him because he is creative. He has different ideas. Now look, having this type of forum, could any one of you think of?
Yes.
There is no reason.
Yes.
Why? So, he has thoughts, he's academic, but all the same, he's entrepreneur. He has been successful in his businesses, he has been successful in his thoughts, he has been dealing with different politicians. And we always have arguments, discussions, but constructive. And we start talking where the world is going. But this is something which is really a question mark. If anyone knew where the world is going, they all could have become heroes. So friends, all of you enjoyed this forum. Believe in Dr. Modi, but no one is asking why he is called Dr. M. Do you want to know why he is called Dr. M?
Yes.
Okay. He wants to give a motherly love to the world. When I am in Mumbai on the beach, when I walk, he is also with me, a morning walker. In London, he is a morning walker whenever he is there. And one day I found a poster with his photograph outside his house with Dr. M. I said, Betty, what nonsense is this? But he really wanted to differentiate himself from all the Modi brothers, Modi family, as well as his cousins. And
Have
he
you
had
heard
to do
why it's
because
called
he's
Dr. M?
totally unique in the Modi family. So friends, thank you very much. I wanted to be short and brief. I am told that dinner is going to be served, but I don't know about it. If you had the dinner, well and come, well and good. If not, I have brought McDonald's vouchers for all of you. Winner is there? Okay. Remy, you are hosting the dinner? Of course. Very good. And I can tell you, I'm proud to see Sandy Burman here. She's an Indian. She's a real worker. You have Dr. Remy Ranger there. These are pride of India's here. So they are the real workers helping to show our Indians. Believe me, don't get surprised if very soon you found an Indian face in 10 Downing. And I am not shy about that because we have very pragmatic, talented and capable Indians living here. We contribute quite a lot. But going back to what Dr. Modi said, that you live in London, I can only tell you one thing. I always believe in helping the host country and the home country. And my heart is in India. Well, whatever you may say, if you look to all our investments in India, even when nobody was looking towards India, we invested in India. Why? Because we felt it is our dharma to work and take back home to the country. But not at the cost of the host country. We always like to see how the Indo-UK trade and investment grows. And whenever there are any problems, we try to see we keep them up. Friends, More than this, I can't tell you anything. If I keep on talking, I can speak much more than Modi. Which I am leaving it for tomorrow morning walk. Whoever wants to join me, with 1 hour, you will have a good talk, and in the end, there are 10 minutes for a coffee, which is always available. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I now invite our last speaker, Anand Sahu. Anand Sahu ji works with the BJP, works with the informal sector, works with the tribals of India. And Anand ji, yes, mic is all yours. A vote of thanks from you, and yes, I'll try not to interrupt you.
In front of Atalji, we are very short, so I thought I could happy hearing you. Very fortunate. All of you might have enjoyed. I think. Hello. Yeah, I think it's on. So I do everyday yoga. I don't know how many of you do. So I'm fit. I can run 6 kilometers. As I think I should start with the deep condolence. As all of you know, we have lost our great leader, stalwart, towering, whatever we call. I think it's a very small word for him. As he was a global leader, he was a thought leader, he was a poet, he was beyond the nation, beyond the caste, creed. So I think we are fortunate also. Some time ago, many friends, they said, are the program on or it's like cancelled? We said no. Honorable late our Prime Minister Dade Atalji used to always create the leadership. And he blessed not only in Indians but around the world. If you remember many Gulf countries, when there was a very, like a war kind of situation, he stood with some countries, many of you know. He said, no, I will not allow my territory to fly for the war. That kind of the leader we have lost today. The leader, you remember when Pokhran Parikshan he did for nuclear test. Everybody was shocked, and we got economy sanction by US, but still the economy was bigger, growing faster, and that was honorable, our lovable Atalji. I was very lucky by seeing Atalji and his speeches. I started my social activity from my aeronautical engineering to turn social engineer. I think our great respected Hinduja Sahab, he would like to go home. I think he has some guests. Yeah. So I was telling him, all of us are your guests here, but we'll allow him because, but we all are guests. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to tell the guests here that Gopi Ji is a pioneer.
Yeah.
He is the one who brought the Indian community closer to Britain.
Yeah.
And the Hinduja brothers.
I think there is no word. What you are doing is a very small word. He has done beyond that.
Respect in this country because of Gopi Ji.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Give a big hand to him. Definitely. We have no words. Great. Sir, we are very happy. We will also
respect both the countries. The electric buses are coming in London because of Gopi Ji.
We are very happy to have you.
Asking for the vouchers for McDonald's.
So just I wanted to say next about how we are having some program, and here many dignitaries are there. I would just like to take the name. Sir, I think just sir, you ask just 1 second. Sir, 1 second. आप आ जाइए, सारे गेस्ट को एक बार यहाँ बुला लेते हैं, फोटो हो जाए उसके बाद आप निकलिए. 1 second. Please, Dr. M, please. 1 minute कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद he can go, then we'll conclude that. आप आ जाइए स्टेज में. Actually, the next is, you know, please come, Madam Verma, please come. Yeah, because, yeah, Mr. Rajan, please come, and Dr. Rami, please come. Rami, please come, and Mr. Honorable MP has come from Scotland, please come. So, I would like to request Kudir Shekhawat ji, my dear friend, please come. UK overseas in charge, and Lalu bhai, please come. And Mani Ram ji, please come. आप ही आ जाइए, चल कंटिन्यू. Arora sir, please come. We would like to extend one book written by Dr. M, which is written in the year 2001. And it was endorsed by Honorable Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So
We are all stars.
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing.
Dr. M.
You heard from Mr. Sahu about Pokhran. This reminds me when the blast had taken place. Mr. Vajpayee called me at 5 in the morning. At that time he was the Prime Minister, and he wanted to make sure that there should not be sanctions because G8 meeting was taking place. So I told him, why don't you ring up your High Commissioner? He says, GP, what you can do, our High Commissioner can't do. So please help me. When I rang up in the morning, Tony Blair was the Prime Minister. And I told him, I have to see you anyhow. He said, I am rushing to Paddington to go for the meeting. So I met him at Paddington. I told him how India is important for Britain. And finally, put them together and worked out. No sanctions.
So Philip, the Ganesh you gave to Tony Blair is still in number 10.
Yes.
Big smile, yes.
Okay, friends, thank you very much. And
Thank you, and the dinner is served.
dinner is after all.
Yes.
GCF announces there are 4 or 5 programs ahead. One in New York in the month of September, and another program in Trivandrum in India, where the Padmanabham Swami temple is there, and one more program in Delhi on 25th of December, and one is Mahakumbh next year. So all these programs, Kumbh and all these 4 programs, GCF has already taken. So all of you are directly invited for all these celebrations. And we would like to thank all the dignitaries and friends, because we are running short time, and that is the reason we could not honor you on Daesh. I would like to thank our friend Kudir Shekhawat ji. Thank you, Shajia ji, and our Krishna Pujara, our Madhuresh Mishra, Pratyush, Lalu Bhai, Bharat Bhai, Shashi Bhai, and Rajan ji, our friend who came from embassy. Just trying to extend. Dr. Ambedkar ji was help us in making the program more successful. Thank you so much. Thank you very much to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I brought the Kenyan flag to help celebrate the Indian Kenyans. So celebrating all the Indian Kenyans, and I add this to you as well. Happy 72 years of celebration and independence as well. And thank you as well for supporting Kenya. So that is my celebration to you as well. I would like to just quickly summarize what has been discussed here today. And one of the things that is being discussed today is what was today all about? Today was all about Dr. M founder, who is the Global Citizen Forum, who invited us, and of course, beautiful Krishna Pujara, who also made contact with yourselves and organized these beautiful events that you've all been watching. Invited us to celebrate together the 72 years of Indian independence, to unify the world by transforming momentum, born to unify the world by transforming momentum on new India and new global leader for global peace. And of course, we had the road to India, Shazia Hilmi, appreciating him, who started us off. Then we had the Ambassador Swachh Bharat campaign, the theme speaker, Mr. Ram Kumar Vaid. If I've pronounced it wrong, I beg your pardon. And of course, the International Joint Coordinator, HSS. Concluding news step was Mr. Anand Sahu, Global Spokesman for Global Citizen Forum. And of course, we're live here today at the venue, which is the Montcalm, London at Marble Arch. Thank you so much to all the sponsors, and of course, we love you, Enfield Council, for supporting this program, which has brought together many community leaders, doctors, and as you can see, interested topic, as you can see. People are
Please, all of you join for the dinner.
Nice. Let me go and meet them so that I can ask my question. And thank you so much for everyone that has been watching, and thank you so much for every single one of you that has asked questions and participated and followed this journey. India is on the growing, and one good thing that I took from here today was the mother. I love the one, the mother. Thank you so much. Speak to you soon. And I will be doing another live coverage later on. Many thanks for watching. My name is Juliet Makapila. If you'd like to follow me, at JNM1000, at JNM1000, and you can also contact me on 077 423 84 052. I repeat, 077 423 84 052. And of course, the host country here today is United Kingdom. So I bring the spirit of United Kingdom as well. I love United Kingdom, and they spoke about the United Kingdom being a global leader and concept. So yes, I love UK. Mwah. Thank you to every single one of you. One peace, one love. I love you all. I embrace joy, peace, and unity. Talking live to you tonight, Juliet Makapila. And this is my good friend. And thank you so much for making to come at a very short notice. So thank you so much. She's somebody who does a lot of she promotes actressing. And tell people how you found this today.
This is really intriguing to me because it's good. I think when people see this, it will inspire a lot of people because it's talked about youth. we need to encourage our youths. He said the future, youths are the future, and women.
Thank you so much, everybody. Let's proceed to dinner.
Women,
and thank you as always for being such a wonderful host.
Globals, because it's about
Mr. Ramesh Arora,
and it's
who really is a true ambassador of New India. Thank you so much,
I believe in
Mr.
myself and what I'm
Your
doing.
hospitality and warmth is something we all appreciate
We
here.
should keep supporting each other, unite, don't segregate from each other, we should become one.
Global citizenship. Thank you. Thank you. One love.
A very important announcement, ladies and gentlemen. The program
We're gonna go and
organized
eat.
on
We're
19th
gonna go
of
and eat.
August
Thank you.
to celebrate the India's
Thank you.
independence
Lovely.
has been
Thank you. Go
postponed
and eat. Go and eat.
to
Let me quickly go and eat.
26th of August at the same venue, which is Navnath Center, Printing House Lane, Hayes, UB3 1AR. On behalf of the Indian organizations, Indian High Commission, you are requested to tell your friends and relatives and all Indians, भारतवंशियों को सबको सूचित करें कि भारतीय स्वतंत्रता दिवस का समारोह
Can I get a picture with you quickly before you disappear?
19 अगस्त को हेज में मनाया जा रहा था।
Are you
अब
filming
स्थगित कर दिया गया है 26 अगस्त तक के लिए। 26 अगस्त को नवनाथ सेंटर, प्रिंटिंग हाउस लेन, हेज UB3 1AR में आपकी प्रतीक्षा रहेगी, आपका इंतजार रहेगा। वह पधारिएगा। भारतीय स्वतंत्रता दिवस का जो कार्यक्रम था वो एक सप्ताह के लिए, क्योंकि हम वाजपेयी जी के आकस्मिक निधन के कारण भारत सरकार के द्वारा घोषित शोक का जो समय है एक सप्ताह का, उसके बाद ये कार्यक्रम आयोजित कर रहे हैं। धन्यवाद। 26th of August, Sunday, at the same venue, Navnath Center, Printing House Lane, Hayes. Thank you.
I'm gonna love you all and say good night for today. It's been a beautiful, wonderful evening, and thank you so much to every single person. I can see Rani over there. Lovely to see Rani from China International.
Let's give the mic now.
And of course, the MP from Scotland. Lovely meeting you. Say hello. You're live on camera.
Hi.
What did you think? Say your name.
Hi,
and what did you think about the event today?
Yeah, my name's Martin Day.
Yes.
I'm a member for Lithgow Folk, and I found it a very inspirational event tonight. I think
Yeah.
it's a wonderful way of celebrating our country's independence by looking outwards towards a global level.
Thank you.
That's really positive.
Right, thank you. You come all the way from Scotland?
Well, we're down for other business, so we're happy to come along.
For being here, thank
And I'm
you.
glad we did. It's been
And we love you for representing us here in United Kingdom. We love you so much for even joining the community for understanding inclusion. So we celebrate you as well. Many thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Say your name again.
Martin Day.
Okay, thank you. Martin Day, thank you. Thank you so much. It's Martin Day, MP was here today. So many, many thanks, as you can see. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to make my way to go and eat something as well. And we remember him. He passed on today. So there was lighting condolences for the Prime Minister. So I take a minute there and I pause in memory of the good work that we celebrated for all the years that happened. So in memories of the former Prime Minister, we loved you and thank you for taking India to the world global. So we did stand and have silence here today, and there was flowers which was put here today. So it's been lovely to join them. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, every single person. And here is Dr. M himself over here. thank you. Let me quickly grab him and thank him so much for his philosophy. Thank you so much.
That was my first party.
That is Dr. M, right down here.
You know what's happening. It's on 29 September.
Thank you so much for beautiful.
You're beautiful. I was admiring your hair and your clothes. Let's have a picture together.
Say your name.
I want a picture with you.
Say your quick name. You're live on camera. Say your name as well. Okay.
हम लोग आपके लिए कर सकते हैं लंदन में कुछ भी बताइए कुछ सेवा हमारे लायक
भाई आपस मोहब्बत से मिलिए बस ये चाहते हैं
वो तो है ही
अच्छा सा फोटोग्राफ हमारा लीजिए
याद रखिए ओके करिए रेडी देख लीजिए आपकी ये फ्रेंड कैसे मतलब
बस फ्रेंड बन गए
Can I know you?
Thank you. Yes, my name is Juliet Makapela and I was invited by Krishna and I came last time as well and I invited about 6 or 7. Thank you.
I'm Tarkeshwar, you know, I'm Tarkeshwar.
I'm Juliet
Let me tell you, I'm the
UK Africa Diaspora.
Joint Secretary and Vice President of Bihari Connect UK.
Fantastic.
We are from India, Bihar state, where our first president born in India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, first president. So we are 600 people here in London, working in IT sector, engineering sector. Oh, you know, I forgot, but you can have my number and then you can get, just suddenly I came. Yeah. 1 second, yeah. So, good to see you, yeah.
It's 077 423 84 Text me, then let's have a meeting.
What is your name, boy?
My name is Juliet. Text me.
Write on your name, please, because I will call you.
होना है तो सामने अगर एक होगा तो it will change life.
Write on your name, yeah.
Money and this sense of
What? Juliet.
and I can openly say this is my firm. I am the party.
You live in London, yeah?
Sort of authority and confidence. तो वो चाहिए और मेरे पीछे ना वो तो जो official
Thank you.
And these are my two good friends, Rani and Rani from China International. So please, could you, you're live on camera, could you tell people how the evening was for you? How did you feel the event went?
I thought it was truly inspirational in terms of this concept of global citizenship, and I think actually buying into that I think is great, and India obviously taking, which is phenomenal, taking the lead, and I think it's absolutely inspirational.
Thank you for coming, and you look beautiful as usual. Thank you. And we've got here another lovely Rani, and say your other name as well.
Hi, my name is Rani. But on Facebook, my name is Rani.
And she's got a business here. I always call her my women champion, who inspires me actually. Tell people how you find the event was here today.
Inspire each other. Today here in Mr. M was fantastic because I've never actually heard anybody else before. About what he does. I've been following him, but to actually see him face to face, I've just met a gentleman here. He's flown in specially from Bombay, and this is Siddharth, and he's coming specially from Bombay.
All the way from Bombay.
Bhupinder?
Bhupinder, yes, yeah. Thank you.
What did you think?
Thank you.
Today's event was really nice and something different, and it's very motivation for young Indians like us and to promote our country in a very good way and in a positive way. So, and this event is really important. It should happen again and again everywhere.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I like the fact that he said young Indians.
I love both of you. Many thanks, and thank you for giving us some good feedback over there. So anyway, let me quickly leave all of you so I can also eat. Many thanks again. And here we've got Krishna as well. Here we've got Krishna here. Thank you. See you later. So thank you so much. So yeah, I will say good night from me now. Bye bye.
How are you?